What is up, Bearded Nation? Allek from Bearded Collectibles coming to you with our episode 29 podcast. As always, I'm with my co-host Tony.
What's up, guys?
And we're going to talk to you guys about a few things that's happening in the community. We're talking about the stuff that was released last Friday and stuff in the future. I know we're not psychics, but there's certain things, as usual, I can and cannot say. But I have a list. We have an agenda, and we're going to talk about the public things that are out there for everyone to see. So, Tony, first and foremost, the SRs came out, bro. The SRs came out last Friday. I believe the SRs make the set, right? People were complaining already about how the card pull and tournament power was lackluster. Not really impressed, and the SRs just blew things out of the water.
Yeah, I mean,
do you agree?
Yeah, for real. I think the Vegeta is insane. The Frieza is really strong. He's a little high costed, but I feel like if he resolves and sticks, you pretty much end the game. And the Beerus is super cool.
But one of the things we talked about early on is, for example, I want to start off with the puppies, right? Because that's the name of the deck.
It's awful.
The Trio of the Danger.
I love dogs.
We said that before the SR were released, that the universe, what are the universe 3? Is that what they are?
Sure. The Furry universe.
Yeah, we said that it was lackluster unless something can give something, unless you can give them all barrier, right? Mm-hmm. Now we have this 4-drop SR that gives Lavender and Basil, it gives when Lavender and Basil are in play in your battle area, all Trio of the Danger in your battle area gain barrier. So this is like the King Vegeta of the deck for the puppy deck, and oh my god, I can't believe they actually made this. So it's nuts that. You're obviously going to keep this card in the field. They all gain barrier. So pretty much, the only way to really get rid of this card is to, use a card that doesn't say choose. I mean, there's like 3 or 4 cards, I guess. But, man, you got to hope that someone is numbnuts and swings with them and you revenge them. Kill them with a revenge surprise, like Vegeta's... King Vegeta surprise attack or something like that, or if he's dull, you can swing at him and hopefully they don't combo up to save him, which they will, but you're hoping they don't.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's weird because it's an aggro deck, but that's like a control type play. You know what I'm saying?
100% agree with that. You know what? As we continue, let me actually say what he does. I had him up here in my refresh.
In rest mode, your opponent battle cards can only attack this card. When Lavender and Basil are in play, barrier. And then when this card is attacked, it gains 5k.
For the duration of the turn. So not the battle. So, spoiler alert, to an extent, he kind of does the same thing he does when versus... which is interesting because he only did it in the Universe 6 vs 7 battle. He never really did it in the Tournament of Power. That's how much spoil I will say. But you continue to... So if he's dull, your opponent has to attack this card with their battle card. They have to. So if they have 10 people on the board, they have to attack him, right? So not only does he have barrier, I consider this as a taunt. In is it called taunt in Hearthstone?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he has a taunt, and then every time you attack him, he gains 5k for the duration of the turn. Not for the battle, for the turn. So if you have 10 people that swing try to kill him, guess what? That's plus 50k right there. So that means he's a 70k that you gotta try to... I don't know, this is pretty nuts. I mean... Granted, I know that you usually don't have 10 people on the field and stuff like that. but I can see where people might be playing like ghost tanks, like to an extent, and or certain things that try to, or like terror site, where you get more tokens out and try to like get more attacks into him, but now you're just wasting cards to try to kill him. So it's really, you try to swing once. Actually, when you swing once at him, he's at 25k at that point. So yeah.
Yes. And then there's nothing keeping the player that's playing Bergamo from playing King Vegeta's surprise. So you have to attack him, and then King Vegeta's to go to 10 or 35, and you die.
Pretty much. So yeah, 30. Yeah, so because man, so it's crazy. So we jumped out of order. I just want to start with the puppies because the puppies is a deck that's been talked about here and there, not locally. It's what I've seen online on the Dragon Ball page. But man, like because the other Bergamo was what, like a 5-drop, right?
The other Bergamo was the leader, I thought, or was there another one that was garbage I forgot about?
There's another one that we were talking like it's like 2, 3, and 5 or something like that.
Well, definitely the super rare one is the one that you play.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, just granting people berry, like we saw how we've seen how good that is, in when Mecha Frieza, pre-routed Mecha Frieza, even after when they played the King Vegeta Great Ape, and just giving everybody barrier. Like, luckily, like the puppies don't have blocker as well, because then I would have been like, wow. If he would have gained, if he would have for whatever reason given him blocker as well, I think this card would have been the card of the set. But
I'm blocker because like you attack and they have to go into it.
Well, agree, but like I really like. I didn't think I would like puppies until I saw this card. To me, this card is pretty nuts.
Yeah, but we gotta see what builds around it. Like cheating guys in was pretty cool, so I mean maybe it'll be good, but we gotta make sure that it's not gonna be bad.
Well, okay, so follow me. Go with me down the rabbit hole for a sec. Right, the permanent says if this card's in rest mode, your opponent's battle cards can only attack this card, right? So let's say you run this outside of the puppies, and you just have this. So now your opponent's battle cards have to attack this. Now, granted, it doesn't get barrier at that point if Lavender and Base are not in there, but still, I think that's pretty strong. I wish they would have made it like a 5-drop in that case, to kind of bypass or like to get around the whole Kale aspect. But Kale Veggie package is still a strong package. I just think it's pretty nuts that I feel like the whole permanent should have said both, but I really like how they split them up. So that if you're able to call him out first for whatever reason, and you can still save him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that one a lot. We're in all the controversy, people talked about Beerus. We're going to talk about Beerus last, because that one's
since you started with Bergamo, let's go from the top now, I guess.
Well, who do you want to talk about?
That I think is nuts.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I was going to go at right now. So Vegeta, right? He's a 5-drop, 3 mandatory or 2 mandatory red. Auto, when you play this card from your hand, if your leader card is red, choose up to one other Saiyan battle cards in play, which are Universe 7 or 6, and switch them to active mode. Both that card and this card gain 10k power and triple strike for the remainder of the turn. What?
Yeah, it just blows somebody out.
So, by the way, remember, guys, they're not going back and errating, all the Universe 6 and 7 cards that don't say Universe 7 and 6. So, I'm pretty sure Kaba does not say Universe 7 on there.
Could you imagine
Universe 6?
Did, though? Like, you're like Kaba, Vegeta, you're dead?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, but so, again, tournament power set, you got to play cards that are tournament power that have the Universe 7 trait, per se, or Universe 6, or whatever universe you're playing to gain that triple strike. This card is strong. It's a 20k. I love the art.
The 30k when he comes into play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that card and this card. So you attack with whoever, even if they have like double strike or triple strike, who cares? You're attacking with them a second time that turn. Like this card gives you so much value the turn you play him.
So essentially, you can take someone from 8 to 1 life in one turn.
I mean, from 8 to dead if the first guy has double strike.
I mean, you would hope so, but I was hit with at the San Jose regionals with UI Goku triple strike, and I went from 4 to 1, and my opponent didn't kill me again. My opponent was new. It's a lesson learned because next turn I just came back with Mecha and just killed him. So guys, be sure to do math and to make sure your plays. If you can't kill your opponent, like I don't know, leaving someone in on one. And the thing is, it's not crit as well. You don't want your opponent to gain all those cards into their hand, so you want to make sure that you can kill them. So, I mean, would you agree or would you disagree?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because at that point, they're going to have +6 cards in their hand, and then sure, they're at 2 life, but now they can defend or do something else while you probably only have 2 or 3, maybe 4 cards in hand. So always, it's a numbers game. So I really like this card. This card's on top of my list.
Yeah, I mean, it could definitely kill somebody.
As next card I want to talk about. I'm so happy to see Hit getting support. I know how much Tony loves calling him Penis Head.
Look at his head, dude. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean he's an assassin. So he's a 4-drop 2 mandatory red. He has the alien trait as well. So he has double strike. When you play this card from your hand, your opponent reveals their hand. Choose up to 2 battle cards with 35k or less power from their hand and send them to the warp. At the end of your opponent's next turn, return all cards sent to the warp with the skill to their hand. This card to me does so much. And for anyone who thinks that this card is probably going to be less than $10, and we'll talk about prices shortly after, is absolutely insane. So you're probably thinking, Beer, why are you saying that? End game, you use this card, you pull out 2 super combos from their hand. I mean, if you're playing against yellow, you pull out Shigesh because, obviously, if they're playing like a, just any, like, it does so much. And like being able to rip a Shigesh out, being able to rip like any 10k combos, and being able to rip like a combo piece like Shigesh to kill and stuff like that, it is so strong. Like I just, yeah, this card, I'm so happy that I'm liking what I'm seeing, what they're doing with Hit. They're making him use a warp a lot more because, spoiler, that's kind of what he does. Sort of. But man, Tony, like, tell me one negative thing about this card. Like, try.
Oh, it's red.
Oh, I hate you so much.
But no, it's really really powerful. You'll know if you're running into negates. You'll know what their entire turn is. Like if it didn't do anything but show you their hand, it would still be good because it's a 20,000 double strike. It's obviously better because it removes them for a turn, but it's so powerful. And then this also like
well, technically, it removes it for 2 turns, right? So when you're attacking, it gets removed there, so they can't use it for a combo. And then at the end of their next turn, that's when it comes. So they can't even play it on their next turn.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge because like even if you can't like say there's not anything relevant of taking out a combo, you can just mess up their turn. Oh, you were gonna play Beerus next turn? Guess you're not.
Exactly. And by the way, guys, I just saw that one of my trying out a different mic right now, and one of the plugs was semi plugged in. So hopefully everyone's been hearing me this whole time. But don't worry, I'll fix a few things here and there. Yeah, card is nuts. Card like so far the 2 reds are some of my favorites in this set.
Well, besides everything else, like this Hit makes the one from set 1 actually playable now.
You're not talking about the vanilla, right? You're talking about the.
Why would the vanilla ever be playable?
I just want to make sure that I'm following you.
It fucking you can evolve over him. So you're playing a relevant guy. I mean, granted, you don't always want to evolve because you still like you only gain a 5k buff, but it just pings for 2 damage.
Yeah, definitely late game. Like you can hold. I can see that being like a 2 of in a deck. You know obviously play 4 of these and probably play 2 of those. So late game when they're at 2 life, if you're not playing yellow, so if you're not playing against yellow, Frieza that actually can use Bloodlust, then you win the game. Like must be real. There's nothing they can do to stop it from evolving. So
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like the reason that hit was never good. I mean, yeah, the evolve thing is kind of annoying, but it was never even an option with the hits that we had to play. Like even the tournament pack one, like kind of like maybe, but no, it wasn't that good. This guy is actually good.
yeah, yeah, I really like so far the first 2 red we've seen. I really like. Now we're going to talk about Kale. She's a 5-drop Kale, 3 mandatory red. She also has the Alien in Universe 6, obviously in Plus Sane. She has an evolve feature for 4, 3 red, 1 whatever, 1 any color. Double strike. When a card evolves into this card, choose all battle cards with 25k or less, other than this card or your Khalifa, and KO them. So it's a board wipe.
I like that it also specifies your Khalifa.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, if you play this like in a veggie package, you don't have to blow up anything, so.
Yeah, the triple red is kind of what gets us away from that, let's say.
Essentially.
Because most of that deck is green.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, I'm sure someone's going to try to figure out variation. Because just, I mean.
The card's bad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's not going to just be like, well, putting this in the deck, good to go.
Yeah, and instead of saying choose all, because of course if it says choose, it doesn't get around barrier. I wish it would say destroy all battle cards. Like instead of saying choose all, destroy. Like they need to come up with something that's like an AoE effect that gets around barrier.
I think barrier's stupid. Not that barrier's stupid, there's so much of it. Is what's stupid.
I agree because like. I mean, I don't ever recall any of the grade 8s ever having barrier. Like, let's be real. Like, if we really
relevant to barrier, like story wise.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to be real, if we want to spoil it for people, there's technically only one android that I've seen that has barrier, and maybe Broly. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Kale for me is the weakest of the red cards, I would say.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
So, we're going to talk about one of the biggest controversies there was when these cards were released. I got to reread the rulings. I'm pretty sure I understood how it worked, and then I read something else, and then I stopped caring because the thread was going bonkers, right? But we're talking about Beerus, the 5-drop. He's a 2 blue mandatory. Double strike. When this card attacks the leader card, your opponent chooses any number of cards from their hand, battle area, or energy area for which the total cost adds up to 6 or more and place them in the drop area. So, if the ruling was, I believe, last time I checked, that if it doesn't equal to 6, they don't have to do anything. And then they technically can lie to you by not showing you their hand. Like there was so much back and forth. I'm waiting for. I sent out like an email as well to get more clarification per se, but there was just so many things going on back and forth that were just not working out. In that thread, that I was just like, I'm just gonna take a moment. I got stuff to do around the shop. I'll let someone else answer these questions, and now I can't find that thread anymore. But please don't tag me in it. I'll find it and read through it at my leisure. The card sounds strong, but
So to me, I feel like it's a bad translation. I feel like you should be able to combine the three. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to be, oh, well, I don't have any battle cards, so I'm going to choose battle cards and do nothing.
yeah, well, but I mean, I feel like if it was combined, like it'd just be nuts because sometimes I mean, yeah, combined would just be too strong. I would say it would have to be one or the other,
What
one
do
of
you
the
mean one or the
zones.
other? One or the other makes the card unplayable. You're like, oh, cool. I mean, aside from them lying about their hand, like if
Yeah, I
they
gotta
start
reread this. I
breaking
want to.
your energies and you're just like, I don't know, man. I feel like it should be a combination of them.
Yeah, see, so the Q and A. So, uh, question one: the auto skill on your opponent's Beerus activates. You check the cards available for you to choose in your hand, battle area, or energy area, but none of their combined energy costs adds up to 6 or more. Should I place all of them in a drop area? No, you should place no cards in the drop area. If you can't choose cards that add up to a total number of 6 or more, the entire selection is invalid, and no cards qualify to be placed in the drop area. Also, the effect that places cards in the drop area cannot resolve. Um, that's like the first question. The second question they said in the Q&A said that the auto skill on your opponent's Beerus activates the cards that can be chosen in your battle area and energy area have a combined energy cost of 5. And if there's a card in your hand with an energy cost of 1 or more, do I have to choose that card so that the total adds up to 6 or more and place them all in the drop area? No, you don't have to place any cards in your drop area. Your hand is a secret area. If card information is necessary to fulfill a condition for choosing a card in your secret area, the player choosing can opt not to choose that card, even if it would fulfill the condition. And question three, it says when this card attacks a leader card, your opponent reveals or your opponent activates a blocker on one of their battle cards to change the target of the attack. Does this card auto skill still activate? Yes, it does. I don't even know that's even a question.
So
But
what it's saying is, for one, it is combined. Um, but like right now, the hand is irrelevant. It's only going to be ones that are in play. If they can add up in play, then that's it. Because you can always just not choose the one in your hand based on that FAQ ruling.
yeah, so that's why
So
I was leaving
the
this.
only way to ever discard a card from your hand is to buffer the damage from what's in play. You know what I'm saying? Like you want to keep your stuff in play.
Yeah.
But like that question is so stupid because
So, but
at
see,
what point are you not going to have stuff in play at all? You know, you're already losing.
yeah, so yeah, and here's my struggle with this card. It's like, let's say like what do you have on the field is a total of 4, and you say no, I don't have a card in my hand that goes up to 6 per se.
Well, you
You,
don't. That's not what you're saying. You're saying I'm not going to choose a card in my hand because that is an option that Bandai just gave us.
yeah.
You can just
So
choose not to. You're not going to say I don't have it. You're not lying. You can just say no.
well, correct, because I was gonna say, what happens at that point when you're like, no, I don't, and then use a super combo, which is like a 2, and then like with that equals 6. Oh well, I
Right.
sure
But
I don't
Bandai just
care.
said you don't have to choose a card in your hand.
To me, it's just so funny how they poor translation again. Like it goes back to what we originally said is that as of people right now, we know that we cannot use foreign cards in U.S. tournaments, right? North American tournaments, you cannot. I don't know how that works for like Montreal in Canada because they speak French, or some Canadians do speak French as well. So I don't know how that works, in Canada. But for U.S. tournaments, you cannot use foreign cards. Sorry for the people that bought, I don't know, senzu beans in French and they got screwed over. Um, or anyone who bought any other cars, but like it, I want to know if the translation is going straight from Japanese to that foreign language or from Japanese to English to that foreign language. So I feel like they again Bandai needs a U.S. based person to ask these questions. Is one of the things where they're slacking on, which I wish they would get more. I guess funding per se, because I just feel like there should be like a point of contact here locally in the states.
Yeah, it sounds right to me.
So let's bypass Beerus because as of right now he's unplayable. We talked about Bergamo.
I mean, I don't think it's
Uh,
unplayable because if they have stuff in play, they have to choose it. You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
sure. It's just I don't know. He's so far my least favorite SR of the set.
I like him, but that's enough about him. Moving on. We already talked about Bergamo, so we're skipping to the next, I guess.
Yep. So we got Son Goku, Hope of Universe 7. He's an 8 drop, 3 mandatory green. He has a EX Evolve for 1, place 2 Universe 7 from your hand in a drop area. So don't say Goku, just says place 2 Universe 7 from your hand in a drop area, and then then you EX Evolve it over a Universe 7 Son Goku with energy cost 5 or more. Triple attack, he has critical, and auto when discard attacks. If your leader card is green, choose to 1 card from your opponent's hand or up to one of their battle cards in place and place it, or choose up to one of their battle cards and place it in a drop area. So
So I also, before we go any further, I want to say the EX Evolve doesn't say Universe 7 battle card. It says Universe 7. So that event or what is it, extra card that says Universe 7 could be discarded for this too.
run that by me again. Sorry, I had someone, yeah. Say that again.
It says place to Universe 7 from your hand. It doesn't say battle cards. So you can definitely discard the event that
Oh yes,
says Universe 7.
100%. Yep.
Also, this card's nuts. And that's not just fanboyism. Like, playing this guy is going to be rough.
Yeah, because I mean, leader card is green. You choose up to one of your opponents. Like you make them discard a card, or if there's a card in play like a kill or something you want to get rid of, like cool, she's gone.
Three
And
times.
yeah, three
Three times.
times.
3 times.
And it's crit. Like I can see, I can obviously see clearly you're gonna want to play the further instruction chop on this because it has critical on it, triple attack. So I mean, it's just
Dude, I don't even care about giving him double strike. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even give a shit.
card is so strong.
Attack, kill him. Attack, kill him. Attack, kill him. Your turn, I guess.
Yeah,
This is what I want to play. I want to build this deck.
you still running on Tapku?
I can't because leader has to be green.
Oh, that's right. Hello. Hey, maybe
This is
you
what
will.
it took. It took another Goku to get me to get away from Goku.
Hey, yeah, yeah. But Ribrianne, we've seen her screenshotted per se. Maiden Squadron leader Ribrianne. She's a 5 drop, 2 mandatory green. Alien, Maiden Squadron, Universe 2. I guess everyone that's outside of Universe 7 is Alien as well. Anyways.
Which makes some good synergy for that set 1 alien stuff.
Yeah. So evolve for 3, 2 green, 1 any color. She has barrier. You know how much Tony loves barrier.
Got barrier though.
When a card evolves into this card, choose one of your opponent's battle card and KO it. So yeah, it does that. And when this card attacks, if Kakunsa and Rosie are in play in your battle area, choose 2 cards from your opponent's hand and place them in a drop area.
This is like Broly on crack.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because, like, you know, the mating call or whatever it is, the one where you can call 2 of them back from the discard, which, by the way, that's not how that works in the Tournament of Power, but whatever.
Yeah, once you're out, you're out.
Unless Zeno thinks it's cool.
Oh, if it's cool though, you're allowed to break the rules.
So yeah, so my, you know, I would combo with them if I had that card, call them back out, and then play her. Something along those lines just to get them out. But yeah, simple fact, she's buried 25k. I mean, no real crit, no other effects, but that auto though when she attacks. And if her other matings are in play, choose 2 cards from your opponent's hand and play them in the drop area. It's nuts. I'm glad that she does not give them barrier because that would have been absurd.
Over the top.
Yeah, so I agree with the power on that one because if she would have given them barrier, she would have been like cool, like, and then if there's a card down the down the road that makes like a battle card untap. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Frieza, Emperor of Universe 7. By the way, this he's a 7-drop, 2 mandatory yellow, Frieza clan and Universe 7. Not Frieza's army.
Doesn't really matter as much if
I
it's
know.
not the leader, but go ahead.
Yep. EX evolve for 1, place 1 Universe 7 from your hand in a drop area. And Universe, the translation is wrong. Place 1 Universe 7 from your hand in the drop area. Universe 7 Frieza with an energy cost of 5 or more. Triple Strike, permanent. If your leader card is yellow, your opponent's counter skills and non-keyword auto-activate skills cannot be activated unless they place 1 card from their hand in their drop area.
No, 1 card in their life into the drop area.
Oh, sorry, did I say hand?
Yep, but it's definitely life, which is busted.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the art. The art is when he's fighting Roger Rabbit per se, and it's the counter. I mean, just the permanent.
Yeah, it's really powerful.
Oh boy,
he's got a 7 cost behind him, so I mean it makes sense.
Yeah, but still, he's yeah. I mean, if you can get him off, GG to you. But yeah, and we're gonna talk about Jiren finally. Absolute Justice Jiren. 10-drop, 5 mandatory yellow. He's also an alien because he looks like one. Quadruple strike. The only second card we've seen in the game that has quadruple strike. Tony, can you tell me the first one?
Whis.
Yep. Whis is also, is he a 10 or he's a 12, right? He's a 12.
He's 12.
Yeah. Permanent. Reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 1 for each Universe 11 in your battle area. You must pay the specified cost even if it exceeds the reduced energy cost. So regardless, you can only get them down to like the 5. When you play this card, choose all of your opponent's battle cards in energy and rest mode and place them in the drop area.
I mean, he is Jiren.
This is where you go to game 2.
And then you get Shugash like a little bitch. You're like, no. Oh my god.
You are 100% correct on that one. He doesn't even have barrier to protect himself from Shigesh. Like in the show, he has barrier.
Quadruple strike.
But in the show, granted, if he had triple strike and barrier, no. That auto is crazy strong. Now, granted,
if your leader is like a guy that lets you tap things.
Well, I mean, in Super Saiyan 3, and realistically, the most you're going to lose is three energy, because he always untaps 3 at the end of the turn. Yeah, I mean, this is, man, can you imagine, like, you're tapped out, and you're, like, at 8 life, or for whatever reason, you're, like, at 6 life, and you're tapped out, and, you know, you have 6 energy on the board, whatever, it doesn't matter, and then he's able to play this, and then you're like, really? I just can't wait.
It's for sure a game ender.
I can't wait till this comes out to see the. Yeah, it's definitely a game ender. But so far, I would say the strongest SRs would have to be in red.
It's for me. I really think the Vegeta is incredibly powerful. The hit's really strong, but I think if you can play the Goku or the Jiren, like the game ends.
Yeah, agreed. But those are if conditions. I'm talking about also cars SRs that we're gonna see more heavily played, more that should be more in meta decks.
I mean, if you want to be real, the only card out of all of these that's going to be relevant post, this being the flavor is going to be Hit. He's the only one that doesn't rely. Oh, I guess Beerus too. Hit and Beerus are the only ones that don't require you to be playing universe, whatever. Well, I guess it looks like
Kale doesn't need
too,
to. Yeah.
but that's okay. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Which again, going down the road, I hope they get more support for Universe 7 stuff or any universe really. Um,
I
yeah.
feel like if they don't make more Universe 6, 7, 8, whatever, um, it's gonna be bad on them because they can't make this whole set and only like be almost like self-contained because most of the cards require you to be playing cards with those keywords.
Exactly. And the next theme set per se is for the martial arts tournament, so it's not even tournament of power. So who knows? Maybe we'll finally get a Piccolo leader.
It'll be King Piccolo just to fuck with us.
I mean, after getting Super Saiyan Hercule, I don't. That's not out of the realm of possibility. Let's be real. So, and by the way, guys, I forgot we should have started this podcast with don't forget to like, subscribe to our Facebook page, PC Gaming Podcast. If you can, by the way, as well, we have a Amazon link. I'm gonna start posting the Amazon link too. So if you're going shopping stuff at Amazon, you click on that link, you support the store, you support the podcast. It costs you nothing, $0. And then the podcast, the shop gets a portion, like a portion of whatever you spend on Amazon, and that gets paid out to us. So like if you want to support the store, if you can't buy product, like I always say, support your LGS, always support the beard. If you can't buy product on a constant basis through Bearded, don't feel bad. Just do us a favor, use the Amazon link because it helps pay for the Podbean, for example. I have to pay a yearly membership on that. Like it would help for the internet, for recording software to increase, to help us record more quality content. And it will help us out a lot. So I'm gonna start including like in every Facebook I post. I'm gonna include the Amazon link. Just click that shop. You can even bookmark it. Just bookmark that as Amazon, and we'll get a cut. So with that being said, the next events that are coming up. So Origins is coming up, right? And it's like a 5-day event. It's like up in where's Origins? Ohio. And they're actually giving out metallic. Is it metallic or gold? What was the actual term they used? Where's the event? Origins. Here we go. All right, metallic foil cards. So something special about these cards is that they have the Dragon Ball Super 2018 like in the background. I'm gonna tell you the cards they are. Is the Powers Combined Kibito Kai Super Combo, the South Hearted Andrew 16 Super Combo card, Shigesh Super Combo card. We have the Time Patrol Trunks, the Masked Saiyan. We have the Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. I don't know why he's there. We have the Clan of Terror Cooler. I don't know why he's there either. We have Joyful Strike Goku Black Rose. Don't know why he's there. Endless Evolution Broly. And then is that Backbone of Universe 7 Son Goku Super Combo. So there's 4 Super Combos. 3 of them are from Set 3 Crossworlds. One of them, the red one, is from Universe 7. And we have 3 cards from Set 1 tournament packs, which should not be there. We have 1 from Set 3 tournament packs, and then the Time Patrol Trunks and Masked Saiyan that comes from the Heroes and Villains deck boxes. So you get this event pack. I believe it's on entry. I don't. So fear not if you can't make it to Origins. I don't know if they're going to give these out of Gen Con, but if you can't make it out to Origins, they are going to be giving these out in the release tournaments Tony, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Yeah, it's just weird because like my okay, there it goes. So they're not going to be giving this out at they will be giving them out during the Set 4 release tournaments. So be sure to support y'all just for those. And I don't know if they're going to be giving these. They haven't mentioned about giving these away at any other place or any other events or even any future events. So stay tuned for those. But Origins is coming up. Well, this weekend is actually Hartford, right? Hartford is this weekend. The only person from Team Bearded is going is Matt Matt Combs, the 3xG guy on YouTube. You may have heard of him, and he actually recruited 5 to 6 other players who are going to be wearing Team Bearded stuff. They're not Team Bearded players; they're just representing Team Bearded for the event because Matt was the only one that could go from Team Bearded or wants to go. And yeah, go out there, say hi to Matt. I know one of the controversial figures of the community, Scott Dashy, will be wearing a Team Bearded shirt because he's on that team that Matt assembled. And let's hope they bring home the bacon. I know they can.
That bacon.
So, yeah, so 6:30. So literally in less than a month, that's where. Oh no, yeah, that makes sense. So on Wednesday, so it starts on Wednesday. So I couldn't get time off for work. Actually, technically, I didn't request it because I'm not a fan. I had no intentions to go to Origins, but it's 5 days. So Tournament of Power draft battle on Wednesday, team battle on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday single player. It's run by ARG. So the prizes are the exclusive play mats, these event packs, and then the ultimate teams from Universe 6, 7, and 11. Draft battles stuff. Draft battles they're going to get as well an event pack and then exclusive playmat with Jaren the Ultimate Warrior. And the singles as well, you will get the Jaren playmat. So that's that. Gen Con, though, is where regionals actually start. Where are they? I just had them up. Let's go back one. Oh, they don't have the schedule posted out that far yet, I don't think. But it leads out to the Nationals 2018 Championship, where they already have 3 dates or 3 events listed. Indy, Gen Con, the 3rd and 4th. They have the 11th in DC and the 18th in LA. So you're probably thinking, these are 2 close dates for 3 regionals, right? Per se. Well, technically in Gen Con, they're having 2 regionals, one on the 3rd, one on the 4th. I hope these are not best of 1 rounds for a regional. But it's something interesting, Tony, that I saw when I was reading this. And I linked it in the Team Bearded chat. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Of course, if you top multiples, you only get one. It only grants you access to 1 event. You can't. Here we go. It only grants you access to 1 event, and you can't give it to somebody. Or if you win, you can't grandfather it down. From what I'm understanding, so the regional to lead it to the national championship. The national championship is November, pretty much the week before Thanksgiving. November 17th to the 18th. So it's really going to screw with people's schedule for holiday. But starting at Gen Con, April 3rd to October 2018, it says here regionals held across the U.S. starting at Gen Con. They're going to be held at convention centers and stores. Entry prices, methods for earning a final seat, tournament rules, etc. vary by location. Regionals are planned to be held 2 to 10 times a month. You heard that right?
2 to
10 August,
2 to 10.
September, October, November. No, because it's October. So 3 months. They're probably gonna hold a lot of regionals. Tony, what do you think about this? You think they're cramming too much into 3 months into one quarter?
Well, it depends. Like they're saying there's 10, but what if like they're all far apart from each other? That's gonna be able to, a big problem I always had with Pansy was like, oh, there's a regional every month, but there's 8 of them, and they're all across the country. But if they have like 40 of them, some states getting 2 or 3, I don't think it's bad at all.
Yeah. So my thing with this is that 2 to 10 times a month, right? So we saw the first 4 per se, because 2 are at Gen Con, right? Time wise, right? Are they 30-minute rounds? Are they an hour-minute rounds? Is Top Cup going to be played at the same time that same day as well? How are these going to be held across the nation? And me personally, when I travel for regionals, I enjoy meeting the people. I enjoy going with teammates. I mean, yes, I see what you're saying, right? You're going to have a lot more regionals, a lot more access, but I feel like the regional seasons should have been stretched out to at least 4 to 5, maybe even 6 months. And then it's just, it's just 3 months, right? 3 months. And then the championship's being held a week before Thanksgiving, 1 week before Black Friday, Thanksgiving. Usually, some people can't get off on 2 weeks back to back, like the weekends or whatever. And it's like, do I spend time with my family or do I go play Dragon Ball? Like, we all know the comment. That's going to be the answer people are going to want, and then it's going to lead to Wi-Fi aggro and stuff of that nature. But that's something that person has to deal with in their own time. It's just the timing of it is what I'm trying to say. And for whatever reason, the finals are in Ohio. I mean, I'm pretty sure that
no one even likes Ohio.
So I'm pretty sure that Jim had a hand in this. Jim from ARG. ARG is in Ohio. I don't think it should be in Ohio. I think it should be in a more accessible metropolitan area than Ohio.
I don't think anything should be in Ohio. Kind of like how it is now.
It should have been somewhere else. Hell, it should have been like in the middle of the U.S. I would have go back to Dallas. Pansy was in Dallas. That's where their headquarters were. I'm surprised it's not even in L.A. where Bandai's headquarters is. Why is it in Ohio? Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I'm just saying. I'm just throwing out my arguments on why it should have been anywhere else. Hell, Seattle, I'm going to be real greedy and say it should have even been in Orlando because everyone, it's Orlando. Like, people fly here. Now, there's a lot of people that are going to have connection flights. What I'm trying to argue with is the time of travel, right, for regionals. Flying to Ohio, usually there's not a direct flight to go to Ohio. You have to connect. You have to connect in Atlanta, Charlotte. You have to connect somewhere else for that. Versus if you would have made it like in a big metropolitan area, it could have been a direct flight. You save time, you save money, and that's the way it should have been. My 2 cents. So,
yeah,
prove me wrong.
I can see that.
So, and then they're gonna give you like a certificate when you make it on your road to the final, like when you top, and more of that information is coming out down the road. So,
So off topic, kind of going back, I was just curious about this Goku here. The only way to evolve him requires you to play the new leader.
Yeah.
Because there is no Green Universe 7 Goku that costs 5. I guess you could just... The only one that exists is a yellow one.
Well, looks like you got some brewing to do. So since we're off topic, hey Tony, there's this anime that you should definitely watch. I stumbled across it, and I'm pretty sure you've never watched it before. It's called My Hero Academia, and I've binge watched it.
Sure, you're an asshole, so that's fine.
Oh, dude, I'm so caught up.
Oh, you
and
finally watched it?
I wanted to say something last week, but we couldn't record last week, and I didn't want to spoil it for today because I was waiting for that remark. But yeah, I'm 100% caught up. It's good. I
You
don't
know it's
recall
good.
those
That's why I
words
told you
ever
to
coming out
watch
of
it,
your
you
mouth.
fuck. Okay, well, it's really
And
good.
of course,
Everybody
we
should
can't
watch it.
end the segment without talking about how Raul has been like banned for like 2 weeks because he hasn't shown up. Oh, and this I don't
So he's
know. Well,
banned. That's why
so
he's
the
not showing
issue
up.
is also with like a lot of these niche card games. When I say niche, like Dragon Ball, Final Fantasy. Yes, I can't believe I even said that. Star Wars Destiny. Like once a new set or right before a new set comes out, you see like an attendance start to fall off until the new set comes out. So that's what's going on with that. Oh, prices, right? So one of the things also is that because of the card pool from there's a lot of cancellations that happen at Bearded Collectibles, and everyone got their money back. It's just what's going to remember, guys. This is a one print run set, so some of these cars, some of these SRs are going to be bonkers in price. Why do I say that? Because there's not a lot of people cracking cases. I had a lot of cases people cancel on cancellations for cases, and they said they're going to pick up singles. Well, if you're not buying product to crack open, you're leaving them onto the stores to kind of set the prices, and the cars are not going to be cheap. Just throwing it out there, 100% throwing it out there. Um, the card economy. What do you think about that, Tony?
It's true. It's true. Like the supply and demand.
Yep,
If there isn't a
and
supply,
that
the
demand is
demand goes
price. I
up.
say it here all the time at Bearded Collectibles. When people ask me for sub, I tell them demand just went up. Y'all heard it, and people usually look at me weird, but it is true. Demand does go up, and it goes that route. So this Saturday, um, there's actually a 1 p.m. tournament. We're saying goodbye to set 3, right? First player gets, or first winner in the tournament, $15 entry, gets a veggie playset. Second place gets a playset of the Rapid Onslaught Dash Goose. Third and fourth split a box. Fifth through eighth get 6 packs each. And people are excited for that. So I'm happy to do it. I'm excited. Can't wait. We're saying goodbye to set 3. Even though set 3 is still going to be around, but it's just a new set's coming in. I can't wait to see what else people build. The meta's kind of still at the moment. I want to see what other builds come out with these new card pools, and I can't wait. And by the way, Tony, you know how we were talking about jerseys for Team Bearded? So
Yeah.
someone told me to go through Gym and go to Gamer Inc. to get jerseys, right? Well, you can't get Gamer Inc. off your jersey unless you pay an additional for them to print it on there. Oh, I think that's a problem.
I don't think that's a problem.
They're like you.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
because I
then I
mean
guess it's a
now
problem.
my team's gonna be advertising for your company where it shouldn't be that way. So that's my 2 cents. Oh, I know.
I mean, there's a
Beard
million places you
Squadron,
can get the
the
print
team I
shirts.
sponsor for Star Wars Destiny, they have a pretty sick logo and getting jerseys that way. And I can't wait to show them off on the Facebook page. And I'm so excited because they incorporated Goku into Star Wars. Uh, in a sense, once the logo gets once it's on the jersey, I'm gonna obviously take pictures and do the proper announcement and go that route. And I can't wait for that. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if you know, Tony, on Thursdays now we're gonna be doing DC deck building tournaments here at the store. So excited for that. That's pretty much it. Let's not go off topic. I know we briefly talked about Final Fantasy, but no one wants to talk about that. That's you, Tony. But if you got any final words, right now is the time to say it and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll bring Street Fighter, and like deck building games are a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, our Facebook is blowing up, and it threw me off track.
Yeah. So, also, do you got anything else, by the way? One of the things I'm working on right now is to. I sent out the communication to Angry Joe to try to get him on the podcast to talk about the Street Fighter miniature games because I bought 2 copies for the store. Of course, they don't come out until next year, but I'm so excited because we talked about it in the past how that will lead up to Dragon Ball if he got the license and go Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, then Dragon Ball. So I'm excited about that. As always, guys, as I always say, support your LGS, otherwise support the store, or support your LGS, otherwise support the beer. Sorry, I'm getting like so many messages going off right now. Damn it. I know, but I hear the dings.
Shut up, even though I'm not talking.
Let me close out. Support your LGS. Oh, I support the beard. I got product out I got all the sets in stock. Next week is shipping day for Tournament of Power. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be crazy. Again, guys, I always appreciate your support, and I can't wait. I mean, no sleep until all the orders are out in the hands of our lovely USPS. Hopefully they don't mess up this time like they did last time. Most of you guys have told me that you guys have tournaments on Saturday. I will do everything I can in my power to get you guys product on release day. But again, guys, it's on once I give it to USPS, it's out of my hands. Out of my hands. I can't control it. So
literally and figuratively.
Again, appreciate your support, guys. Look out for the Amazon link down below. Any questions, comments, concerns, let us know, and we'll address them next time on the BC Gaming.
Do we have any comments on last one? Because we skipped that if we didn't. Do we have any comments from last week?
We will follow up with those comments as well.
We skipped that if we did.
On the next episode of BC Gaming Podcast. Good. Have a good one, guys.
Later.